Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. If you are new, my name is Jojo Palacio, and on this channel, we talk about all things beauty and everything else in between. I am so happy that you guys are here today. Today we are doing this look right here. It is absolutely a soft glam pink look. I am obsessed with it. It is like the best subtle, soft, sultry date night type of situation, or maybe just work. Why not work, Jojo? Why not work? So it is. I'm actually excited because I'm trying out a new eye base. I'm trying out this Louise Base by Louise Cosmetics. I have heard a ton of reviews. Everybody and their auntie is using it, so I figured why not try it, just because you guys know that I love me my Urban Decay Eden primer. So trying out a new base, trying out another foundation. It's not a drugstore foundation, but it is another foundation to wear under masks. I am uploading that video along with this one this coming week, so please stay tuned, hit the notification button on the channel so that you're aware of when I upload that video, because you guys are really liking my videos where I suggest foundations that are good to wear under masks. Like, you're loving them, and I'm loving that you're loving them. So be on the lookout for that. If you haven't already, subscribe to my channel. I post every Monday, Wednesday, and Saturday of the week. And I'm also on Instagram as Jojo Palacio. We have goals on this channel. We want to get to 1,000 subscribers by the end of the year, and we are doing it slowly but surely, steady pace, doing it thanks to you guys. So please subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. Share it with your friends, share it with your coworkers, post it on your social media. That way we can get to 1,000 by 2021. So let's get into this tutorial, the soft glam, super pretty, sultry, J-Lo feeling tutorial. Let's get into it. Okay guys, so hello, welcome, hi, let's get started with this look. I'm super excited for this look just because we are trying out my, well, it's not new, but the Louise Eye Base. You guys know that I love me a nice tacky, neutralizing, sort of like a matte finish, mostly the neutral tone type of eye base, and I am a ride or die Urban Decay Eden fan. So let's do this. So I'm gonna just take some of the eye base directly onto my Real Techniques buffing brush. This is their deluxe creased brush. I love this for eyelid. I love it for under eye. It is so great with cream products. So we're just gonna blend this in. Right away, I love the way that it feels on the eyelid. I like the way that it just completely neutralized everything. That's important. Right, so once you're done blending that out, we are actually not going to set it. I wanted to see how this base would perform on its own without any setting powder. So let's try that together on camera. Like, I know what my opinions are because we already did this side. However, let's check it out together, you know? So we are using the Violet Boss Essentials Pro Series eyeshadow palettes. We're gonna use this guy here. I got this in one of my BoxyCharm boxes, and I mean, I guess it's perfect for this type of look. I wanted something soft, I wanted something subtle, but yet pretty, that like soft glam moment that's going around now. So that's exactly what I wanted, and it's exactly what I got with this. So why not? I'm gonna go into Dusty Rose, which is a Dusty Rose color. That's this guy right here in the palette. And this is really gonna be one of the main colors that we're using for this eyeshadow palette. So I'm gonna take that first using a T46 brush. The T46 is a nice pointy or tapered blending brush. It goes up to a nice point. So I just wanna make sure that I build this all over the crease area sparingly through the eyelid, not worried about where it lands, because honestly, it's that like messy, blown out look. Again, if you don't know where your crease is, I would just tilt my head back. If you're someone who has hooded eyelids, I would suggest doing this step with your eyes open so that you can see exactly where that crease color is going to end. And if you feel like when your eyes are open, you can't see it, then you feel free to go up a little higher. Okay, so I've already blown that up quite a bit, but because I want a little more dimension, I want a little more pigment with that color, I'm gonna take a smaller brush. This is the JH33, and I'm gonna just compare the sizes of the two brushes for you so you can see. So this is the first one that we used here. That guy is just fluffier, wider, larger areas being covered. This guy, which is the JH33, is gonna be smaller, more precise. The color is easier to build with this brush. Same color, Dusty Rose. Make sure you build it on the brush first, and then we are going to define. And this crease is going to be that very hollow area right here. That's where we're going to focus this color. All right, perfect. So once we're to that point, we are so close to being done with this look. I just wanted something simple to be able to review this base with. And so what I want to do is take this guy, which is called Pink. It's a nice glittery soft pink that's in that palette there, and we are going to use a shader brush. This one's the JH41, and I'm going to just take that and pack it onto this brush first. Build it up nice on that brush. You can see that there's plenty of product on there, and so we're going to pat this onto the lid. Okay, great. So the next thing that we're going to do is take this shade called Cream. I want to put that on the brow and in a corner, but I also want some type of a spotlight in the center of the eyelid, so we're going to use Cream to do that. What I did was take a nice small brush, and we're just going to put that right in the center of the lid so that it looks like there's a nice highlight pop of color in the center, and it looks great in pictures, which I love. It just brightens up the look a little bit so it's not all pink. So there's very subtle hints of dimension all throughout the look. So the next step is to just do a nice tight line to create some smoke for the lashes that we're wearing. And I'm going to do that using my Urban Decay 24/7 Glide On Pencil in 0. So what you want to do is just smudge this very closely to your lash line, even below the lash line, to help hide the lashes. So the good thing about that step is that it does not have to be perfect. It does not have to be super precise. It doesn't have to be this thick. Why? Because we're going to go in with a smudging brush and some black shadow. That is going to help just blend things out. I really want everything to flow together to just look very effortless. And so smudging the liner out, one, kind of helps ease your whole what if I miss a spot, what if my skin peeks through type of thought. And then it also helps to just blend everything out so it looks nice and cohesive. So just remember that you're not packing color at this point, you're just blending and working with that liner that's on your lid. So use very light pressure. Pressure has a lot to do with how the pigmentation comes out and how the blend comes out. And for lashes today, we are using the Beauty Creation lashes in the style Expensive. I wanted something wispy, very long, but not thick or full, overwhelming feeling. I just kind of wanted it to be nice and airy, and so these guys are perfect for that. The nice thing about these lashes is that they're $6.99, maybe $8 tops, and they are so comfortable, so good. So check them out, I'll link them down below. All right guys, so let's get started on complexion. You're nice and zoomed out. So today we're not using much drugstore. I am still doing a little bit of research on what higher end and what drugstore foundations we like under masks. So I think I'm coming pretty close to posting a video, and it might be up this week actually with this video. So bear with me. So what we're gonna do is use a primer combination for today. So for today, we're using the All Nighter Face Primer. It is a long wearing grip foundation type of primer. It preps, smooths, and perfects the complexion, as well as the Bobbi Brown Vitamin Rich Face Base. This has to be one of my favorite higher end primers, along with the Dr. Brandt Pores No More. It is such a nice feeling, moisturizing and priming 2-in-1 type of situation for the skin, especially if you're someone who undergoes a lot of sun, or you do a lot of aggressive exfoliating, or you are in the middle of some type of retinol treatment. That is going to be an amazing type of primer for your face, because it is so enriched with a lot of vitamins, a lot of ingredients to keep you hydrated all day. And of course, the All Nighter primer, I love that in my midsection. It's got that temperature control technology as well as mattifying. Okay, great. So once your face is nice and ready, and I just want to take a minute to say that if your skin doesn't look like this before you start putting on your foundation, you need to stop for a minute and prep it some more, just because a lot of the times cakiness has nothing to do with the foundation and everything to do with your skin prep. So keep that in mind. For foundation today, I'm wearing the Stay Naked Weightless Light Foundation up to 24-hour wear. We are testing all of these foundations that are talking about 24-hour this and 24-hour that, okay? Okay. So we are just gonna put that on with a nice buffing brush. I like to use the Makeup Shack T40 foundation buffing brush. What is the difference between a foundation and a sponge? Well, the sponge is gonna give you light to medium coverage depending on the product that you're applying, whereas the buffing brush tends to give you full coverage right away, no questions asked. So, okay, great. So if you notice, guys, I keep a lot of the foundation around the outer perimeter of my face, which is this area here. There's not a lot that goes underneath my eyes. I do a little bit of coverage underneath of the nose. However, most of the product that's gonna go down there is gonna be the concealer. So moving right along, we're gonna go into bronzing. I'm going for that like soft, glowy, is she really contoured, maybe not type of look. And so to achieve that, I'm using one of my favorite tinted moisturizers, which is a Pure Radiant Tinted Moisturizer by NARS. It's got 30 SPF sunscreen. However, this shade is Polynesia, which is one of their darkest shades, because I like to use it to bronze slash contour. So what I do with that is I'm gonna take a little bit of that product on the back of my hand, and I'm gonna go into my BH Cosmetics #1 angled brush. And so I'm gonna work a lot of the product into the brush on the back of my hand first, and then we are going to work that into the skin on my face. So what I like to do is just push that into the skin towards the hairline, making sure that I'm pushing it away from the face instead of into the face, especially on this forehead area. Now when it comes to the cheeks, you are gonna push towards the center of your face. That's why I like to get it angled, because I like to push that right onto where I am going to carve out my cheekbones so that it starts to hollow it out and it starts to create some dimension. Okay, so you see how we are super glowy, dewy, but we've warmed up just a little bit. That's the vibe that I'm kind of going for today, so I'm okay with that. Let's move on to our concealing and highlighting. So for concealing and highlighting, I have these guys here. I want to say this is probably next to the NARS Hot. This is probably my favorite concealer at Sephora. Well, no, Huda Beauty also, but they're in my top. I actually have to make a video. If you guys want to see a video of my top favorite concealers at Sephora, comment down below and let me know, just because I certainly do have my faves. And yeah, so I'm going to use this guy here, which is Nude. Nude is a good concealing shade for me. It's very close to my complexion shade, so I like to take that in the areas where I want to help the redness, the dullness. So I'm going to take that into the little triangle around the nose, on the forehead, and at the chin just a little bit. My skin is looking so much better. I did a manual extraction last week that has really helped the congestion here. So that video should also be coming up soon. I'm missing a few things that I would like to have for the video, so just be patient with me. That's coming soon. So our little triangle has been applied, little triangle meaning right below the eyes, in the hollows where you have most of the discoloration, most of the purple, blues, pinks, and then any other area where you have redness or you want more coverage, feel free to apply the concealing shade. I'm gonna blend this out using my Hank & Henry smaller sponge, and I'm gonna blend out all the areas furthest away from the eyes first, so that has a little bit of time to cook and kind of start to set. That technique really helps build up coverage without having to use a lot of product. So I'm just gonna pat this into these areas. I have a little bit of irritation from waxing last week in my center of the face, so we're going to just make it go away. So we are concealed. Let's highlight a little bit. To highlight, I like using this Boing Cakeless Concealer. The formula to this concealer is very good for building, which is something that I do frequently for my looks. So I love that, and I love the little applicator. It's got like a little swoop in there, holds a lot of product even though it's smaller. So I'm just gonna take that right in here into that little pocket, and then we're gonna do our big triangle application. A little bit of this guy does go a long way. It is such a pretty concealer, so pretty. All right, so with the bigger triangle, we're covering a larger part of our face. Remember that halo effect where we have a light just magically following us. is with this guy. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna start blending a little bit of the forehead out, just making sure that I'm using light pressure. This is one of the like self-setting, don't really need to use powder type of concealer, so work a little faster with it than you did the Born This Way. All right guys, so this is where we're at, all concealed. So let's go right into setting. Even though this is a summery type of look, or especially because this is a summery type of look, we want to reinforce our underneath the under eye area, T-zone area. And so to do that, I like to set with a compressed powder and then a loose powder. So for the pressed powder, I'm going to use the Studio Fix in C2 and a brush to apply that. I like to just build up the powder on the brush, get rid of any excess, and then go into setting with patting motions right underneath the eye area. Okay, so for the powder, the loose powder, I'm going to take my Mineral Veil Translucent Powder by Hourglass. I love this powder. It is so good for all skin types, all ages. It is a mineral-based, light, airy powder. I like that it's almost like a banana color. It's not all the way white, not all the way translucent. And so I'm going to take that on my larger sponge, and I'm going to very lightly just work that into the skin. I like to work this into the skin till it almost disappears, gets absorbed. Remember that this is a damp sponge. So between the concealer, the sponge, body heat, it really does help to break down the powder so that it is just one with your foundation and concealer. Okay, so while that is baking and cooking, we are gonna go into bronzing and contouring. So I didn't cream contour like I usually do, but I am going to powder contour. I'm gonna use this guy right here, which is a Hoola Bronzer by Benefit. And for the contouring, I like to use a nice, smaller, more angled, pointed brush. And I'm gonna use the contouring brush by Real Techniques. And so this is gonna help me keep this very much in a limited area, versus a bronzing brush, which is way bigger, is going to cover a lot more area. And then now that I'm ready to bronze up, I will go into my MAC bronzing powder, which has got a little bit of glow to bring some of that radiance back, and a fluffy brush. The fluffy brush just helps to diffuse the color, helps to spread it out so that it's nice and even and it's not this chunky, streaky mess going on my face. And so you want to apply this in the shape of an E or a 3. So with the brush that we use to apply the first pressed powder, we're just going to take whatever's left over on our face and just kind of blend it throughout everything. This step really just helps to make sure that if there is anything left just sitting on the skin, it's brushed off. And I also like to run it into the bronzing and the contouring just to kind of soften that up. It can be very easy to apply bronzer and contour the wrong way, so it's just nice to just use a dusting powder to just clean it up. So the next step that I'm going to do is finish off my under eye area. So I'm going to use that dusty pink and a nice fluffy, like a smaller brush, but it's fluffy. I'll show you what I mean because it's hard to describe. So one of these guys here, so it's still a fluffy brush, but it's quite precise to just smoke that out a little bit underneath. Boom, and I just like to connect that to the under, like the top and the bottom lash line. I like to connect just to make sure that everything looks and flows together, but that looks absolutely stunning. I want to finish this look up by putting that inner corner highlight shade, which is called Cream. And then, like you guys know, I like to keep the lower lash line pretty bright and light. So I'm going to take my white BH Cosmetics Power Pencil and put that on the lower lash line. Alright guys, once you give yourself a nice coat of mascara on the lower lash line, the eyes are completely done. So we're going to move on to the highlight. For highlight, I am going to use this guy right here, which has been a minute since I've used this guy on my channel. This is the Too Faced Love Light Prismatic Highlighter in the shade Ray of Light. I think it's going to go well with the pinkiness that we have going on, so I'm going to try this out. I have two highlighters, this one and another one. So I'm going to just build this up. Kind of want something a little more frosty, so take my Becca Vanilla Quartz highlight and just top that off. Oof, yes. Very, very pretty. All right, guys, so that is literally, wait, blush. Sorry, I was gonna say, that's it. So for blush, we're using the Just a Pinch Extra Dimension blush by MAC. I'm just gonna pop that right on here. And so it's gonna give me glow, it's gonna give me pinky, peachy vibes, which I love. Boom. Boom. Now we're done. So let me set my face, pick a lip color, and then I'll be right back to do the outro with you guys. All right, guys, so this is the finished look right here. I used another Morphe lip trio. I know that I've been just whipping these out on you guys, but I ordered a bunch, and again, I want to try them before I put them on my clients. So this lip trio, I believe, is a nude pink. If not, I will just list them. So the lipstick is Wifey, the lip liner is Backseat Love, and then the lip gloss is Pop. These all work really well. They blend really well together. They wear really well. So I'm kind of stoked, really happy. These lipsticks, don't sleep on them. Check them out because they're actually really, really good. So this is the finished look for today. This is that summer glowy, I don't know, I'm feeling a little Valentine's Day vibe, but you know, whatever. This is absolutely a stunning look. I wanted something just soft and pretty and that soft glam situation. So this is it for today's look, guys. I hope that you guys liked this tutorial. Comment down below and let me know what other tutorials you guys want to see this summer, as well as comment and let me know if you guys want to go over a little more of the skincare routine that I've been using lately, just because I'm loving it. Again, the manual extraction video is coming. There's also a ton of other fun videos, like the top foundations that I like at the moment to wear under masks. So look out for that. Subscribe to my channel and hit the notification button so you are aware when I do post them. Otherwise, my schedule is Monday, Wednesdays, and Saturdays. Every single week, a new video talking about all things beauty. I hope that you guys liked it. Subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. And blessings, guys. Love you. I'll see you next time.